Hello. Hello, Long Riders. How y'all doing? Yes, we got a glare. How the heck do we got a glare? Let's figure it out. Is that better? Still got a glare. Aha. There we go. We got rid of it. Kill some lights. Anyway. Hello. Welcome to our live stream. I can't see your comments up on my live thing. For some reason, my live comments that I could read while I was watching here has gone. So I can't watch them when you're commenting. So I'm going to be reading it on. I got this. Yep, I got a computer, her laptop here, and I'll try and read them on there. We're going to talk netting. We got to go. There's Tom. Now, see? Now you can see him up on there. Watch. They'll appear. I'm pretty sure they appear up there. I can see him up there. Hello. Hello, guys. Hello, Pick. That's cool, Tom. Are you watching? You gonna stay and watch the whole live stream? Maybe if he does, when he lands my fish this summer, we won't break off. I'm gonna teach you netting techniques, stuff like that. We're gonna also read comments. We're gonna use her computer to read comments. It's cool that I can see your things appear up here now. They don't seem to stay up though. So Tom Fisher says hello. Hello, Tom. Hello, everybody watching. We're going to keep doing these probably every Sunday around 2. Our new posting schedule and videos will be every Thursday. Hello from C. Hello. Canada. Okay, see, it cuts it off on here. Man, that's not going up on the screen. Alright. Says hello from Canada. Hello. Hugh Graves. Hello, Jeffrey from Connecticut. I think that's CT, Connecticut. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm just seeing if you guys' comment. I'm looking on this here. Yeah, it only came up as hello from C on the screen. So I had to look over here to say it was Canada. So you guys all welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to be reading old comments, including negative ones. And I do get negative ones. I get a lot of positive ones, like a lot of going to be nice video. So we're going to skip most of them and just read ones that, like, questions you have. So like I said, we're going to keep doing these live streams every Sunday around 2 o'clock as long as I could keep coming up with topics. So what I want you guys to do is come up in the comments. If you're watching on the rebroadcast, like as a video later, not live, make sure you leave comments in that, and I'll go through the comments because you'll see later. I could read all your comments. I think I can go back from like 3 years ago and read comments. It's pretty neat. So leave comments on there, and I'll like say who picked the subject of the live stream. I'll be like, this one's from Tom Fisher, let's say. He picked the subject of today's live stream. And then we'll do that. It'll be the subject of the live stream. Today I just picked today's subject because I'm going to use Tracy as an example of today's netting techniques and mistakes that she made, but I kind of told her what to do the day she netted this last time we went fishing. And we basically doing that, netting the same way for a long time, and realized we've been wrong, and realized we haven't really had any problems. Okay. We're going to read some of these comments. Tom says, yes, we got to get together. By the way, Tom, is a Penns Creek genius. He hasn't been fishing for a while, but he's going to be on our channel, so you get to see us fishing with Tom. He's a good guy. We call him Pick. He's a pretty good guy. Hello, Pick. Here we got Hughes saying hello from Canada again. Jeffrey from Connecticut. George from Long Island. Hello, all y'all. And George asked me, what's a good 5-weight rod? Now, there's a comment, right? I am not a rod genius. I do not know that much. I go and buy, my rods don't go any more higher than $200 for my rods. I got lucky, and my rod now goes for over $300. I bought it when it was just a company just getting their feet wet, and I think it's a TGIN, or it's just them letters, TGI. So I couldn't, you know, you'd have to go, what I recommend you do, okay? So if you want what I would do is I would go to your local fly shop and look at a rod in your price range, and then most good fly rod shops will let you go out back and cast them, and do that, and cast all the rods, see which one you like casting the best, and buy that rod. That's what I would do. That's what, if I was buying a rod. Now, usually I do my research online. You can do that too. Like, I'm a slow rod liker. There's a moderate and a fast rod. You have to see what kind of rod you like. A lot of factors go into it. Are you going to get a multi-rod, like as a 3-4 weight? Like Tracy has a 3-4 weight, or I have a 3-4 weight. Tracy has a 4-5 weight. A lot of stuff. And, you know, I have a weight 8 for big flies. You know, how big of flies you're going to, you know. And why are you using the 5 weight? Are you casting big fly streamers? A lot to be involved that I can't tell you. So I hope that, I'm sorry, but I'm not like Tom Flagger or whatever, them guys that are work for Orvis. I don't know all the stuff about their rods. Yeah, Pick, I didn't even get my license yet. Pick says he didn't get it. He'll have to go, but he didn't get when he gets his license this year. I didn't get mine yet either, Pick. It's been dang cold. I like 45 when the temperature outside get above 45. Makes a big difference in the water temperatures. And here in PA, that really sparks them feeding frenzy. Is if they water temperatures go up above, or outside temperatures go above 45. Above 50 is really nice. We get them days that get snap out of a cold spell and go to 55. Outside temperatures, them water temperatures go up. And that whole warming of that water up, man, they still go nuts. Yeah, sorry. Tom is his dad. We call him Pick. Yeah. Tom says he's caught as many fish on a hand-me-down homemade rod. Like, I have a rod that is, I think it was 325. I forgot all about the Rust Cat. But that was made by my cousin, because I couldn't find a 12-foot 4-weight anywhere under $900. So I had him hand make me a 4-weight 12-foot custom made for the big creeks around here, and to be able to cast small flies. So I got it custom made for Penns Creek. I call it literally my Penns Creek rod, and it is beautiful. You cast a size 14 all the way across. It's amazing. And I hand built it just for that creek. Like, if I was going to be a rod builder, I'd build them for water size. I'd build like a, you know, one for, you know, let's say you want to even cast a 4-weight because you want to cast big streamers in a little water. I mean, there's places probably, you know, I'd build them for them, a creek. Like, that's just me. Yeah. If you yeah, 5 weight. If that. I'm not understanding that comment. But anyway, yes, right. He says, Tom says, great. Fisher says, great advice on buying a fly rod. Sorry, burying a fly rod. Hope you don't have to bury your fly rods. They won't let you cast a fly rod. Go to the next fly shop. Agreed. Totally agree. Good advice, Tom. You he says it's minus 20, minus 25. Now that is cold. I definitely couldn't catch me dead out fishing in that cold, man. No way. All right. Jeffrey says, I received a big shipment of lively legs and I'm enjoying tying with them. Thanks for your tying tips as well as it will be tying your realistic caddis people later. Ah. Listen, I am not sponsored by that company. And, hey man, if you guys go buy lively legs, if they have a comment section when you buy them, say that I sent you. I want to be sponsored by Lively Legs. I want them to, you know, I don't know, maybe just send me all the Lively Legs I want free. Or maybe give you guys a discount code if you order Lively Legs and use a discount code they give me. I don't know, something, man. They're a great company, man. I use them on. I'll be tying her. Okay, we're going to do 3 different playlists this year. One is Essential Flies. I'll be doing this, and I'll be putting a trailer in each playlist to tell you what each playlist will be. The essential ones will be all the ones that most people, because I got my videos, I upgraded my video equipment and stuff. The old, let's say, pheasant tail, simple pheasant tail videos are hard for me to watch sometimes because they were recorded on a webcam, and so now I got the Canon. There's one of the reasons, let me see, I got everything here behind me. Props. Boom. See if you can focus in on that camera. See if you can focus in on your box. I had this, okay? I got it a year ago. Got the insurance on the puppy. Had it at the, until it focuses in. Had it at the Trout Unlimited. See how good that Canon focuses? Boom. I love it. Anyway. I got it, and at the Trout Unlimited meeting, I kicked it, tripod, and it did a nosedive right on the lens, on this lens, right here. Did a nosedive on this lens. Now, these are just micro things I used to shoot the tying videos. I did the shooting part. I didn't finish them on 4 videos, all really small. I'm going to start out with the small ones. And like one of them is going to be in that playlist. Like, oh man, draw blank. Midge. On a midget pattern you have to have in your box. There is also a scud pattern you're going to have in your box. You know, these are flies you want in this time of year. If you're going out when a lot of temperatures go up. Scud's a really good pattern to have this time of year, and a size 20. We're tying everything at home, man. Whew. I'm glad I get these over at the beginning of the year and then go to step way up into size 10s, green drakes later in the year. But the size 20s, you need them this time of year if you're going out at all. You need the midge. Zebra midge is the one that I think everybody should have, especially if you're going out. And then let's see, Griffith's Gnat. You want them early season. And then until you get into your caddises. And some adult midge pattern might be nice to have in your box. But we're going to do the ones everybody would know about, like a zebra midge. Everybody knows about a zebra midge. If you've been fishing for a while, you definitely know about the zebra midges. Pheasant tail nymphs, woolly buggers, and of course, everybody has to have the white SOP. Let me tell you, I want to get to you Let's see what else is up. What's up? It's Crazy Dave. It's been a long time. How you doing? Hey, Crazy Dave. Doing great, man. Doing great. We're about to start firing up some more videos, some time videos, you guys that are getting prepared. Gonna watch these videos, man. We're gonna come out with some ones that have been proven dynamite. All right. So we're gonna have Tracy's picks, my picks, and these are flies that we won't go to the creek without. And then we're going to also have the obvious pheasant tail nymphs and all the ones that everybody has in their box that they've been fishing for a while. We're going to cover all these. And then we'll also do like some crazy emergers throughout the year. And I'll just go into time videos. Playlist. I don't know how white deer is doing. But if it's anything like the river right now in here, dude, it doesn't stop raining. Even in the winter, it warms up to rain here. It's like since May of 2018, I mean. It just won't stop raining. Even this winter, warm up, rain for 2 days, and then get cold as crap again. To 18, I think today's high is, what, 28? It's ridiculous. Yeah, it looks pretty outside. Looking, if you sit in front of your fireplace looking out the window. We have my window open. I'm looking out. It looks nice out there, but it is cold. That window gives me some nice. But anyway, the first fly we're going to cover is the white SOB. And there's a reason for that. It is because I got to also let you guys know that everybody who, you know, if you can, if you can't, oh well, you should pick this book up, man. Check this book out. This is America's Favorite Flies. See? There's some people in front, you know, some of them guys that, you know, been tying for a while. You know, we call pro tires, you know. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to show you somewhere in here. Thought I had it marked. Oh, just bear with me a second. Maybe I didn't have it marked. Oh, they're way back in here. Okay, here we go. I want you to see this. Oh, there it was marked. There's a picture there. It shows you. Oh, come on, camera. See that? That's me! And look what it is. I don't know if you can barely see it. But that is the white SOB. Yeah. I'm in the book. Crazy story. You know, maybe one of these live streams you want to hear the story. I'll tell you the whole story of how it went down. That I became to be in this amazing book. And there is some amazing stories in this book. It's full of some really cool stories. Like, it's more based around, like, stories you tell your friends about things. And there's tips, but it's more stories that people have to tell about flies. And, you know, stories how they got in fly fishing. It's really good stuff. It's All American Flies. You could just go on, type that into Google, and it'll bring you up the site to buy the book. I recommend it if some of these guys travel around and sign books. I don't think there was one in my area yet. To get them, I'm going to get some of these tires to sign this book, especially if I get to Lancaster this year. I'm going to try to film Lancaster there this year for you, but Tracy can't go. She's working, so that means I'd have to drive. She don't want me to stay down there. She wants me to come back because she's working, so that means I have to drive down every day and come back every day, so I don't know if I want to or not. I might go one day and just film and do it all. If I have to write to them guys to make sure I can videotape yet, but yeah, pick up that book, man. It's amazing, you know. I started, you know, reading it, and it blew my mind. There was a fly in there that leads to a wedding. That's pretty cool. So there's pretty cool stories. Somebody see, go back to some more comments. Thank you, Hugh. Look forward to seeing my tines. California, Vancouver, Washington next, Portland, and it rains a lot. Holy cow, you move a lot. Bay Shores roof cleaning. Wow, is that a business? That's cool. But hey, we're gonna soon. I don't think we're gonna put commercials on videos anymore. That way we can open it up for if anybody wants to sponsor channel, man. If you have a business, there's an opportunity. We'll run commercials on our live streams, on all our tying videos. And let me tell you, man, if you're a business and you're watching this, let me tell you, YouTube is where it's at, because I might get 100 views on the video, right? Up to like a month later, you know, and then you guys move on to the next video and stuff. But what you don't know is a year later, that video could have 400 more views on it. Because if somebody's looking up, let's say they're looking up how to tie the fly that we're doing a video on, and then they see it in suggested videos and watch our video, that advertisement doesn't go away. Whereas radio or TV, you advertise and then that's it. You know, it was $5.6 million to put a 30-second commercial on the Super Bowl. And after people were done watching the Super Bowl, they forgot all about that commercial. Whereas YouTube, you put the video on there, it stays on. If people watch that video for the next 8 years, whatever, you know, people still watch my old videos that I put on 4 years ago. Just saying, you know. I'm live down here at the car wash. Exactly what I'm doing. It's chilly. Wow. I guess you're not washing cars, right? It says the. Oh, I live down here. I live down here at the car wash. Oh, Dayton. Oh, here on White Deer down the car. There's a car wash right down here along the creek, almost right between before it goes into the river. There's another thing we're thinking about doing. Is going out to the river. We got to look at what you're exactly allowed to do at the river. But people were telling us that some of the big fish in the river will lay out at the beginning, the mouth of these creeks, because they get as a habit to know that they're dumping some 6-inch, 7-inch baby brookies, browns, rainbows, and sometimes them fish will swim down to the river and out into the river, and them big fish can lay out there. You're talking a 2-foot, 2.5 foot muskie. I mean, they get big, some of them muskies in our river, and pike and all kinds of stuff. Big fish. All right, lay out there and wait for these rainbows to come out. So we're thinking about tying these huge, getting the weight 8s out, tying these big streamers, and if we can, if the river's not way up or whatever have you at that time of the year, it's going down to the mouth of the river and trying out for these big fish, and that'd be pretty cool, hooking into a big 3-foot or 2-foot muskie or something with a big articulated rainbow trout lure on. Oh yes, Bay Shores Roof Cleaning says yeah, it's his business. Cool. I don't know about roof cleaning, man. I'm not too good with being up in the air. I like to stay on the ground. Although I have worked on scaffolding, up doing chimneys when I was a mason, which I did for like 28 years. Now I work in a plant, so. I mean, I'll be back in just a second. Hold on a sec. I had to blow my nose. My nose was running. Sorry about that, everybody. But anyway, we'll go back to, do I sell? No, I do not have a shop. I work a regular labor work. That's my regular job. I just do YouTube videos. And if anybody here ever wondered this, I mean, I've probably told you this before, especially if you've been here for a while, but the reason why I started YouTube is when I was a kid, I was like, I think 13. Which, man, it's been a long time since I started tying. I think it was 13 or 14 when I started tying. I'm 50 now. And our courthouse in the area of Lewisburg, would be Union County Courthouse, gave out free tying classes. So I was like, wow, I would like to do that. I'd like to teach people that, because, you know, that was always amazing to me, because if it wasn't for them, I never would have been fly fisherman. So, you know, and I love it. It's the best sport I know in the world. It's so relaxing. It's just great. It's fun. It gets you out with your friends. It's just a great sport. And so somebody came to me and said, man, you really should start a YouTube channel. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, just. And I was like, maybe I'll get 100 views, you know. If I teach 5 people how to tie flies and they get something out of this for free, then I did what I set out to do in the first place. Now we're almost at 2,000, which should tell your friends I'd like to get at 2,000. Is like amazing to me, you know. I couldn't imagine one of these channels to go to 25, you know, which would be pretty cool to go that many subscribers and that many people watching our tying videos. But, you know, I expected nobody really to watch. I didn't think I'd be doing it for this long. I think I'm 5 years now. Not like, it's not the first year. It was like 4 videos a year or something. It was nothing. So now we're going to have our videos every Thursday, and we're going to try and do them Tuesday and Thursday. We're going to try every Thursday for now, and if I can put 2 out a week, then it'll be every Tuesday and Friday, or Thursday, I mean, so it'll be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and fishing videos maybe on the weekend, live streams on Sunday. So I think we would definitely be able to stick with the live streams every Tuesday, but tying videos will be 1 this week for sure, maybe 2. Depends how easy I can put them out. Like, I got a lot of easy ones to do at first. Like the white SOB, the one in the book, is a pretty easy fly. It's very easy. Very, very deadly. Very. I mean, I think besides I carry like an olive woolly bugger in my jacket and the white SOB, and that's the only streamers I have. Because if I'm going to a streamer, I put the white SOB on, and if a streamer is working, they seem to work, so I never failed to make a fish this day turn into a couple fish for that day. So okay, oh wow, okay, all right, here we go. Big fish stories, the ones that got away, right? Always the biggest fish are the ones that get away. Do I side talent? No, I don't have a shop. I just work. Make 7 in saltwater big flies, something that would be able to use on muskie. Bay Shores roof cleaning. I make 7-inch saltwater. Man, I'd love to try that sometime, but that seems like that is really rough fishing. Saltwater. I don't know. All year, 2,000 might be here, and it's not. Yeah, we caught big trout all here, right here. And there's a cement slab down there. Huge cement slab. And you see the freaking golden rainbows and stuff laying around it. It's so crazy. I tried for one last year. Man, I could not get it. I hooked it once, and it's just that quick. Because it was on one of them little teeny, them holiday flies. The things that kill you. I got it. She got to put them in your box. That little holiday thing, I didn't think it was going to do that great, man. It's the killer last year. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be good this year. You know how that goes. One year to the next is a whole different ball game. And Tom Fisher, if you're in our area, listen to this. He says the classes are at the Lutheran Church in Lewisburg at 7 p.m. Costs are $10 for materials. Many classes are left to go yet. Many classes left to go yet. So that's awesome, man. I didn't know you guys, people were still doing that. Tom, do you know the guys that might have taught us back in the day when I was young? It would have been 14, 60, 78, probably early 80, maybe 81, I think, something like that. I gotta keep things up. Bays, shores, roof cleanings, gotta go. See you later, man. Have a good one. Drew Jones says hi, Russ. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at you guys when I'm reading these, but here, what I should do. Here we go. Then I can look at you guys and just look down every once in a while. Dayton says the schedule that Dave has at the Blue Herring. That's Blue Herring. You guys can't see it, but this hoodie I have on, there you go. Blue Herring. Woohoo! Shout out to the Blue Herring. You guys go in there and tell them we sent you. Tell them we sent you, man. I love the Blue Herring. I get I spent a lot of money there a year. Now we gotta go in and get each 2 pairs of boots, I think. And once again, even my boots, I don't get Sims or anything. I get like Frog Togs or something. I get cheap boots, man. I just can't see, because I put holes in them, and it's not because of the boot company being a bad company. Because me and Tracy both do it, going over a log or something, because we're up in the mountains fishing brook trout or something. So Tom says, do you do any steelhead? No, we'd love to do it. We're thinking about getting bows this year and getting our hunting season over, and then when she has the 2 weeks of vacation in rifle season, going salmon fishing instead of being out in the cold with the rifle. We'll be out in the cold with the fly rods. Still be freezing, but whatever. Cool Outdoors says, hello everybody, how y'all doing? Hi, cool. Let's go up to the comments. Now, let's get to a little video. You guys can comment to each other while this is going on. We're going to show you some netting. Let's do a subject here. Let's do some education. She should have stayed right there. It was a perfect spot to net my fish. And this is where you should be at when netting a person's fish. Now imagine if that fish would take off to my left and get wrapped around her legs and then get snapped off that way, or just wrap around her legs. It could make things dangerous for her. If this was a big steelhead, you could drag her under, who knows. So that's why you want to be up close to the person who's landing the fish. Now, Tracy tries to net the fish here, and the fish was way underwater. One thing you have to do is wait till the head comes out of the water till you net it, and it makes it easier to net the fish. The fish was under the water, and she tried scooping it up, and that just doesn't work ever. So you can see here, the head comes out of the water and she nets the fish. But she nets it from tail to head. Actually, if you think about it, when you're netting a fish yourself, you're scooping it from head to tail, and that's how you should net somebody else's fish. You should scoop it right till the head comes out of the water. You're kind of going underneath it from head to tail, but that's how you land a fish or net a fish. Now, I hope this netting technique help you land your fish easier next time you're out in the water, or help your buddy land his fish next time you're out in the water. And you can see here we landed a Hey, we're back. Alright, man, that was a cool little video. I hope you guys are going to learn a little bit about netting. Like I said, that's not Tracy's, because she did everything wrong. basically was teaching her how to net, and I thought I was doing it right, and I was wrong. And I never thought about these things that I mentioned in the video, like the fish going, just breaking and taking off and going to the left or something, getting wrapped around you and snapping off. And I know that I'd be upset if I had done that to somebody's fish, or somebody done that to my fish. I'd probably be pretty little upset. If I did that to Tracy, she'd probably like this, like not make me around. Wouldn't talk to me the rest of the day. A lot would happen. She has an easy time breaking them off. Now I want to make a disclaimer here. I smoke during this live stream, so if you're under the ages of 18 or even if you are 18, I don't recommend anybody smoking. So I'm just having a cigarette. I know it's bad for me. I'm 50 years old, so kind of stuck in my old ways. Let's read any more comments. Alright, I want to read this comment to you, because these are the guys that said that they tied back then. Warren Wolf, Bill Murray, Bill Murray, that's funny. Rob Laird, Bob Layton, and Bill Snyder. I went to those classes in '85, it says. Okay, well, to Tom, since you know them guys, I got something to tell you. I have paperwork with, I don't know if you knew that, remember this. He had taken notes from out of a Pennsylvania, I think it was a Hatch chart book or something, and actually had laid the book down on top of a copy machine and copied it for you and took notes. It was all his notes about the streams and the areas and stuff like that, and handed them out to us with his personal notes, because he wanted to have all of his personal notes. This is the guy that can think, maybe he's long, tall, skinny guy with I think a big nose. I'm not sure if you knew who I'm talking about, but I think he was the guy that made the notes, and I still have that information with his notes that says water temperatures, his personal notes that he took on the creek. I still have them. I've had them since I was 14. Just so you know that I have all that stuff. It was pretty neat. And these are the guys that taught me, and I use off them notes every once in a while. When I'm talking to people, or I'm like, I have, because they're very accurate. Like he has a note in there. I think the blue-winged olive at 50 degrees. Man, sometimes that is dead on. If the water temperatures are at 50 degrees, and it's about that time of the year when the blue-winged olive is supposed to come off, they start boom, boom, boom. It's amazing. So I love his notes. So just so I want you to know that Tom, that I still have all of his notes and stuff. It's pretty neat. It was from Charlie Mack's book. Thanks, dude. I'll have to look that book up, man. Can you still buy it? Oh, was it from? I'm not sure who made the book, but it was awesome. It was awesome information. So anyway, does anybody have any more comments about netting fish that I didn't like steelhead? One thing is that I noticed, if you didn't notice in this video, is I need to get a bigger net. The only thing is I need to find a net company that makes a bigger net. And I don't like cloth nets. If you guys have been fly fishing for a while, or net, not only is it not good, they say, on the fins of the fish itself, it's also your flies will, if you use tandem flies like I do, I use I've had 3 flies. I had a drop or a dry fly using as a strike indicator and 2 feet of water with the weighted fly and an unweighted fly behind that. It's Do you have the original? I even have the ones. I have all the original notes from even Woolly Bugger notes on how to tie a woolly bugger he had. I mean, I have a lot of information with notes that he had drawn up and papers he gave me. It's cool. I look back on him and think, man, I can remember them days. I can remember the guy's face clear as day that taught me when I was a kid. See, you guys watching this, you could read all these comments, and they used to come up on the right-hand side of this while I'm talking. I could read your comments, but for some reason they're gone, and I don't know how to get them back, so I'm going to have to figure out how to put the comments there, back up there, so I have to have her read them when she's here, and I'm doing them all myself. So if I keep looking down, that's why I keep looking down at notes, your guys' comments. Let's get back. I'll read these comments in amongst the other ones, but let's go. I'll come back to these. I'm going to go to my computer and see if I can't bring up your guys' old comments. See if I can't bring up your old comments. Cool thing is, this is like a tri-core laptop, so it could do all kinds of stuff pretty quick at one time. So I can bring up the comments on here. While I still, oh, okay. Actually, I had it already open. It was two different. Now we're black. Alright. Computer is... There we go. Alright. Edward Wick asks, have you been tending your garden? I kind of know what he means. I get a lot of comments with long hair. I look like a hippie. I have people asking me if I've been drunk. This guy's high as a kite. No, not really. Because I have long hair. See, prejudge me. Which is kind of funny. It brings me to a little teeny story. A couple minutes here. I kind of had that same thing. Like, I would go down the line of fly tires 2 years ago at the Lancaster Fly Show. And I run into a guy that ties really awesome, huge streamers with tattoos and pierced. So not all of us. And this guy was a pro tire at the show. Don't prejudge by looks, man. I know that's why a lot of people don't really look at my channel. They say, oh, look at this guy. But, you know, Pick can tell you, some of these guys, we get out with our tie-dyes on, and next thing you know, we're the only ones catching fish on the creek. I've seen people got in their car and went home, and they didn't leave the parking lot slow. You could hear them leaving. They were mad. And Fly Tying with Alex asked me if the big browns on Pine Creek were in PA. Was in California. No, they are. We have some monster browns, and I don't know if you guys heard the news, but they turned up a lot of Penns Creek into a Class A wild brown trout stream. So we're gonna have some really nicely ones. Here's Jeffrey. Man, I cannot say that. I think you're here at the live stream, actually, Jeff. Says that our UV woolly buggers were very nice pattern. Bobber the Clown. I love you, Bobber the Clown. I love that name. Bobber the Clown says, another good solid fly pattern. One of his personal favorites is Caddis. Dry fly. Caddis. Yep. Grasshopper. Grace Grasshopper says, welcome. Good. Thank you. It's stored and welcome in Hanley. You're the best, dude. The Grasshopper pattern, love that. Yes, the Squirmy Wormy video. I think we were catching bass in that. I watched the channel. I unsubscribed from some of these tying channels. This one channel did 20 million different versions of Squirmy Wormy. The double squirmy, bead-headed, double squirmy, purple squirmy, the double hairy squirmy. It's ridiculous. And I have not had that much luck with the Squirmy Wormy besides bass. I mean, I really have not caught. I mean, I caught that one golden rainbow out here. It just showed up out of nowhere. Rainbows seem to hit them, like some stockies hit them, but not that much. Mother minnows are awesome. That is a request for me to tie mother minnows, and I might try one. It's from Jeff. Tell you the truth, buddy, that let's go back and read some of my comments quick on the live stream. Mine is 24-inch made by Ego. Not sure what they meant by that. Adams, see, the Adams will be in the necessity playlist. Like the Adams, like where I don't know how many of you guys fish Purple Haze. Does everybody know what a Purple Haze is? Seems my son has been going in a little bit. He's in a little light, but still looks pretty good, I think. Purple Haze is Parachute Adams with a purple body instead of a gray. We would try them. I want to try them. If they work as good as Parachute Adams, somebody said they're deadly. Oh, 24-inch net. Is that what he meant? To position the next person to stay put with the long handle net. The water down the riverbed. Hanger brings the big fish to the net. Got him. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying about Tracy was walking away from me. She shouldn't have been walking away. She should have been permanently stationary and not down creek. Right, you bring the fish to the net. You don't take the net to the fish. That's something I've been making a mistake for a long time. Okay, he says Mech's book is no longer published. So there's a new one called Keystone Fly Fishing. Good updated version of PA streamed in the same context as Mech's. That's cool. There you go, guys. There's a book for you guys to check out if you're PA fly fishermen. So, I want to let you know, if you guys may be watching this and don't know who we are, which I think most... Purple spider pattern. Purple Haze is great fly. If you can, try a snipe and a purple spider pattern. I'll have to check them out, man. See what I'll do then, I can read these notes forever. So I'll go back and remember, hey man, did that guy wanted me to may have to try to put, I can put these on just the regular like patterns that, you know, that I don't have to have, that I'm trying out, or that I'm just trying out and it's been working real well. I'll put in just the regular tying videos. I got the fly tying list. I don't remember. Last time I looked up, it was up to 150, I think. But see, YouTube deletes videos, old videos, and I'm not sure why. I think they delete them because they stop getting play time. Like one of the old videos I did of the white SOB is up to 65,000 views or something, which really baffles my mind why I get 65,000 views on a video but only have less than 2,000 subscribers. So I got to learn how to do that. If you have any ideas on how to turn viewers into subscribers, that'd be cool. We got to grow our channel, man. It's in North England. It's in North England. What's that? A North England fly? Oh, wet flies. That is my new goal of 2019, is to do some wet fly swinging. I have never done it. Everybody's like, man, they're easy flies to tie too, so we're looking forward to bringing you wet flies. Now that'll be in the tying too, because it's not something I have to have. I've fished years and years, caught many a fish without swinging a wet fly. But everybody's like, you gotta do it in PA. Everybody loves it. It's a tradition in PA. You gotta try it. You gotta teach it. So, gonna bring you wet flies too. Now I know the Quill Gordon hatches to adult pat underneath the surface of the water. It actually hatches to adult on the drift up to the surface. So a wet fly Quill Gordon is awesome because its emerger pattern is actually the wet fly. Super simple. Nice. I like simple and deadly. Like the White SOB, you cannot get an easier streamer to tie. Everybody says, well, teach everybody a woolly bug. Oh, yeah? Wait till I teach you the White SOB. Wait till you see that class this week. You think the woolly bugger's easy to tie? White SOB is twice as easy to tie. You can whip them up, 20 of them in an hour. And they're deadly. So you can fish them deep, don't care if you lose them. They're easy to tie, cheap to tie. It's crazy. Just the most amazing fly I ever fished. So anyway, I want to learn to swing wet flies. Another thing I want to try is weightless nymphs behind a streamer and a dead drift. I never tried that, so I'm going to try that this year. I want to learn how to hand spay with my regular rod. If in case I have like trees behind me, I can still cast. I got to try that, getting distance. Basically a rule cast, but hopefully I can improve my rule cast to get more distance using like a single hand spay type casting. And you guys have any recommendations on how to get more distance when you have a wall behind you? Because that happens a lot in PA. I like the little comments coming up on the screen. That's pretty neat. It doesn't give you the whole comment though. It cuts you off. So, see, what else is we gonna? How long have we been going on with our live stream? Let's check it out. I don't even think it tells you. San Juan worm. I agree. That's what I agree. Yeah, San Juan worm. You tie a couple of them and throw them in your box. They work. I think they work a lot better for fishing. And I went on that worm kick, and I got way different kinds of colors of rubber, and I should just stay with San Juan. And they do work. They work. One thing you can do. I've been trying to learn more and more non-strike indicator, like tight lining almost. But one thing you can almost do is you can cast out and keep a tight line to that San Juan and watch that San Juan worm. And if it pulls back or it pauses, you can try and just give a little set to the hook that way. And they can almost work. Even an egg pattern, you could watch an egg pattern going through the water as you're fishing it, stay in front of it. And if the white egg pattern stops, pauses, anything, you can almost use them as a strike indicator, and they don't have to be on the surface. They could be, down to close to the bottom, actually. Another thing I want to try is drop shot nymphing. So, I think I said that in the last live stream, though. So, anyway. Yes, I cannot tell how long we've been streaming. Looking it up. No idea. Yep, no idea. It used to come up here how many people were watching, how long I've been streaming. All that information's gone on my Streamlabs OBS here. That's who I use as a streamer. Oh, almost an hour. We started at 2 o'clock. I forgot. I have scheduled. Another thing is, I want to know, you guys, before we go anywhere, and, did you guys get a notice that this live stream was going to be happening today? Because I'd sure like to know if you did, because I want to make it so, well, you'll know. Next Sunday around 2 o'clock. I think 2 o'clock works great. We had 11 people watching. The most I think we ever had today up to this date was 13. Is the most we've ever had watching on a live stream. And we're getting pretty close to that today. So it looks like 2 o'clock works pretty good. It doesn't look like the internet's all that busy yet. Later in the afternoon on a Sunday, I think the internet would get busier. It causes a little more lag. I still see that the output is a little blurry. Watching it on the thing, I might be able to clear it up just a little bit more because it's not blurry as I'm watching it on the live stream. So we'll work on that. Maybe make it a little bit more clear on the output, so you guys get a little more of what I see. Still a little blurry. Still probably the best quality of video that we get though is through the Canon. That hate webcams. So, and that is the reason why we haven't been putting tying videos out and stuff. My camera was broken, and if to me to put tying videos out, anything, I would have had to go to the webcam again to try and shoot videos, and to zoom it in you have to go to 720, and the video quality stinks, so I didn't want to do that. So if you're wondering why we haven't been putting out tying videos, I'm sorry. We broke the camera, and oh my word, the headache. They sent the lens back and then broken and said they needed the body. I mean, it was for months. So SOB and Olive is and White is my favorite Redfin imitation now. Yeah, man. Olive. Yo! I never tried Olive. Got a new fly for my box. Olive? Heck yeah! I gotta try that, bud. Because my favorite woolly bugger's black and olive. You know, so heck yeah, olive. Thanks, man. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try the olive. If I can find olive marabou. And you know, if you get tying away, you have to make sure you use the really long string marabou. Now they sell like almost like a feather one. You don't want that. So I got some pretty cool green drakes and stuff to show you guys and stuff this year. I got some really cool flies, and especially some jig hook flies. I love jig hook flies, and I'll be getting more into them even more this year. $1983. Well, you figure I was born in '68, so 12 and 70. Yeah, it had been about 82, 83 when I was going. Yeah, I was just a little kid then, bud. That's so cool that I got to. Tom, we're gonna have to do some fishing or something sometime, buddy. Together, you know it? That is amazing. Yeah, you met me when I was 13 or 14 years old. And I was just a little boy going to them classes. And I went till I was like graduating high school. I think I was even 18 and still going to them classes. So thank you, man. Sportsman1, he says he did get a reminder. I know that if you want to get a reminder when we go live, you know, in case we change times, or I don't know, maybe someday we'll decide that Saturday's a better time for live streaming. I get more views. I can't see why, because right now we have 11, and the highest I ever got was 13, and that's amazing. But so if you want to, you have to click here. I'll show you. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to show you this. Clicking the bell notification thing. Make sure you click the bell notification. You see, if you click the bell notification, miss any of our videos, and you get all notifications when we post a new video. If you do click that bell notification, you will get the notification saying that we're live, or I put out a new video. So, or made a comment in the. I think you guys can't. I don't think you guys can actually put stuff in the community tab. I haven't not got any information back from anybody. From you guys, if you can or not, but I can make comments in there and tell you about upcoming videos and stuff like that. So if you want anything, if I make comments in there, I put pictures in there of fish that we caught. Remember, we do a lot of fishing trips that we don't always make videos out of. Yeah, yes. He says, I got a reminder today. I can't wait to see your green drake. You have enough good fly videos posted to get people a great start, and starting with your blue quill nymph. Right. I definitely have over 100 videos of tying videos. I know the older ones are a little unclear, so that's why I said the necessity videos to start. Like right now we're on midges on size 22. Then we'll work up to the blue quills and all these flies that you have to have in your box. And then like other ones like I've been listening to Tom Rosenbauer. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He has a podcast, Orvis Fly Fishing Podcast. I highly recommend you listen to that. And Two Guys in a River. I listen to these podcasts while I'm at work. If you can, I put them in, put my earphones in, and sit there and do my job. They don't care. It doesn't hurt me or hinder my work in any way. So I sit there and listen to podcasts all day. I listen to Leo Laporte, Tech Guy, Two Guys in a River, the Drake Cast, which from the Drake magazine, the Orvis Fly Fishing Podcast, and then I listen to YouTube, like Tim Schmoyer's podcast on how to make better YouTube videos, so I can make better quality YouTube videos for you guys, tell stories better, and make you guys like my videos better, so I can bring better videos for you. So I do this while I'm at work. So, yes, Ed and Elwood, my cousins. Oh my! Talk about hunters. I was born in a Russell family. If you're not a hunter, you're not in the Russell family. I think we have like one of my cousin who's diehard fly fisherman, and he was always off chasing salmon during hunting season. So it was cool with me, but he wasn't a hunter, and that's really weird for to be a non-hunter in our family. We are big hunter family. One of these days I'll go and shoot just pictures of my dad's walls of racks. I mean, he's got, I can't imagine to tell you, 100 maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of racks. But Tom says, yeah, he was in, it would be great to do some fishing. My cousins were a year ahead of him in high school. Cool. Tom, well, I'm looking forward to meeting you and hanging out. But you know what? Maybe I'll have to Tom, let me think of it. I don't do it much. It's going to take a lot of research to figure it out. Skype. I think I can do, using this live stream, I can record it and then play it back during a live stream. I could do Skype interviews. If any of you guys would be interesting and you think that you have a story that my subscribers, viewers, whatever, would like to see, or it's just somebody on YouTube, because I do share it to Facebook too. So, a lot of these things I'll share to Facebook. They get to Facebook, I push them on Facebook page. Have an interesting story. Like, I want to interview this one guy from New York. His story is really interesting. Like, he's had strokes and heart attacks, and they can't keep him off the water. It's amazing. He said, "No, we're not gonna fish." He wants to sell his fishing stuff. 2 years later, he's back on the water, and they told him he would never fish again. So, amazing stories like that. If you have the story you want to tell, let me know. Maybe we can I'll learn how to figure up Skype. Maybe I can talk to Tom, because Tom can tell us the story of how and who, and stories of this old tying. The guys that taught me. It's like, who taught this guy, me to fly fishing, and teach. Like, I got a story for you, and Tom, you might even know this, that I'm pretty sure that most of you guys went to the Trout Unlimited. I'm pretty sure. Now, I'm not positive, but I remember a long time ago when I was a kid, this guy taught me how to wrap my fly line coming out of the rod, round your hand, pull it back. Bowcast from a long distance. I could have swore it was at the Trout Unlimited meeting. Okay, I remember this forever, because at the time when I was a kid, White Deer and Spruce Run, which if you're not from PA, you wouldn't know that Spruce Run is a really little creek. If you ever fished Penns Creek or Cherry Run type water, real little creek, and you would crawl like down your hands and knees. And a lot of times back then we'd be crawling around like just sneaking up to the creek. And you could take a really little size 18 hook, put a little teeny live grasshopper on there, or cricket on there, and slingshot that little cricket on the water, and brook trouts go nuts. And you use barbless hooks, and the hook would come right out, and you'd put a new guy. And you could buy crickets at the pet store for, I forget back then, it was like $2 a 2 dozen or something. I don't know if it was even that much, but that was a cool idea thing back then. So I always wanted to thank that guy. And I might be wrong, maybe I'm dreaming, but you know who that person was? Joe Humphreys. The man, Joe Humphreys, is the one that taught me that. And I didn't know till I went to Lancaster 2 years ago. And remember, I started this when I was 14, 15 time era. It's been a lot of years. I had no idea. And I said, if I ever ran into that guy, I was going to thank him for teaching me that method. And I did. And guess what else I got from Joe Humphreys? His cell bug recipe. Yes, that's right, man. I got his recipe and exactly how he ties them. I'm bringing you that one because you're going to need that one this winter. So, it's pretty cool. It is now 3:08. Tracy will be home pretty soon. That's cool. We got back down to 7 watching, so... David! How is it going, David? Howarth. Hey, Neil Howarth. So, like, watch our videos. Get tying them bugs. And watch our old ones. Because I got a lot of old videos that you're going to, if you're like, man, I want to tie tomorrow. Break out our old video, our old, tying videos. Tie yourself some up them old videos. Make sure you tie some white SOBs. Dang. Really? Soft tackles do well. You see, because I think what the whole soft tackle thing is, Dave, you want my, this is just my opinion, okay? I think the reason why the soft hackles works is because it just represents a very small mini. Small. It could even be, if you know, some of these wet flies are bright. It could look like a little baby brook trout, and that's what the fish are really targeting, is the little brook trout, little brown trout, little minis, little, because I always thought a wet fly was literally that, like the flies had drowned or had sunk into below the subsurface, and that's why you were fishing wet flies. And the more I watch these guys fish and swing wet flies, it looks almost the same as swinging a streamer, and I think that's why they're taking them. And especially in the wintertime, there's not really any bugs in the water, so what would you think that they would be taking? A wet fly would be just a small streamer. So I'm really wondering if I could do just as good by tying, let's say, a size 14 2X nymph hook, tying a really small, not a white SB, it's a bucktail. It's just a little teeny bucktail, you know, as small as a wet fly, and swing that. Would that do just as good as a wet fly? Because are they really taking it as a fly, or are they really just taking it as a little streamer? And I'm not really checked into it all that much, but this is my theory. I don't know. I can't imagine they're taking it as a bug, because I don't know. But it did. If you went out last weekend, it did get warm I think it was last weekend. It did get 50. At which case, small enough wet fly would be almost like, I don't know. Has there been anybody seen? Yeah, no. Sorry. Dave says, I tied a size 30 midge. No. Never go that, I never go that small. I do size 20s, and that's 30s is no. If I got to go that teeny, nah, I'm not fishing it. Dayton's only 23. Dayton Wagner, I'm only 23. Cool. I'm glad I got you here, bud. The younger crowd, you're the future of our sport, man. I'm glad you're here. Keep watching, bro. 62. Wow. In the Black Hills, we had 62. See, you're good. So, yeah, that could be. So, you guys did have some blue-winged olives, Dave? I love the blue-winged olives. I love them. It's the first hatch, and it just seemed like, man, if they're rising, they take something that's. If you don't even have to have an olive body half the time. You know, they'll take a black body or a quill body or Quill Gordon. Tie size Quill Gordon is size 20. Like I'm gonna cover in. I got 4 videos made, so I got 4 weeks, or that's why I said if I can get 2 of them done, if I can get one done by Tuesday and one done by Thursday, I'll do it. If I think that by Tuesday I'm like, no, there's no way I'm gonna get this video done. Depends on how much I get done. I might do it tonight. See, I can process a video on the laptop while we watch Netflix on here. Netflix we got a big screen over there. I think it's a 60-inch, 65-inch. I don't know. Huge big screen. We ever watch it. It's crazy. My daughter had it, and then she moved out. I bought it, and I got a Roku stick for it, and never watched it. So she had it in her room, and now we put it back here. I think we watched it a couple of times. It's been back here for a year. Little winter needle flies. We call them needle flies. People call them needle flies. They're little teeny black stones. They come out here in PA, and they are teeny. I never fished much with any. I had. They hooks rusted. I dumped. A lot of times, make sure you go through your boxes now. Empty out. If you dropped your box in the water and them hooks get rusty, throw them flies away and tie again or buy again. A lot of you guys I know don't tie. We don't have many of them people that don't tie here. I guess I just got to put a better quality fishing videos out to capture the non-tires. So, Dave says the bugs were mainly coming off were mainly midges, though I saw a few black stones. Yeah, most midges. Yeah, I got to tie some adult midges in size 20. I never seen many bugs on the water and maybe they were that small I couldn't see them. I don't know. Maybe you just got to use faith. I don't know. Wow, Neil Howard. I know Neil. No, somehow. Anyway, I went to Bosnia. Nice! That's got to be so much fun to travel around and fish all over the world. Neil, tell me how you do it, buddy. Tell me how I get a sponsor so I can do videos all over the world. I'm going to have to upgrade my camera to, you give me a nice camera, I'm sure I could make some really quality film, video, quality stuff. But I don't have sponsors. I don't have the cash like that to go all over the world to fish. But I wish I did. I need sponsors. Tell me how you do it, Neil. I get some sponsors. We'll get this going. But he says he went to Bosnia in November. My size 18 flies look like butterflies. I had to get some size 26 and 28 from the locals. Yeah, I mean like Fishing Creek in this area and stuff. Some of them guys say that, I'm not sure going to size 28s and stuff like that. You can't fish it, but yeah, I thought so. I remember running into you a couple of times. So, me, there's no way I could do it. I have a hard enough time tying size 20. Not saying that, you know, if you're like me and you don't want to tie anything size 20, let's say mother minnow. I'll give you a good example. I would love to tie mother minnows, but I haven't spun deer hair in many years. If you guys watch my videos, I didn't spin many deer hair and I didn't tie wet flies. It's just something you got to be good at it or not at all, because you get them heads. I tried tying mother minnows. It's been a long time. My tying has got a lot better. My tying when I first started making videos is nowhere near the ability that I have now from just making you guys' videos. And even though your comments are harsh sometimes and really negative, they are put into heart. Like, I'm like, if I'm crowding the eye, like I argued with the guy, I said, I'm not crowding the eye. And then I actually argued with the guy and went out to the creek and tied them that exact fly that he was talking about in the video. And I couldn't tie it on because the eye was crowded. He was right and I was wrong. So my tying's got a lot better, you know, and I pay more attention to every thread wrap more since I'm making videos. So you guys are improving me as a tyer as I'm improving you as tires, you know, and it's great. I get more. I never been to a Lancaster fly fishing show before my channel. I never was known. Now, like, we go into the Slate Run tackle shop, they're like, hi, how you been, you know. That's kind of all neat because you get the, you know, you can sit and talk to them more, you know, and they don't mind you talking to them, you know. I want to give you guys more interviews and stuff with these fly fishing the outfitters. I want to do outfitters. I want to hire outfitters and have you guys, you know, spend a day with some outfitters in the local creeks. Starting with Spring Creek. I hate that creek. It's a really good creek and a lot of fish in it. I don't know. Probably because I'm only tying size 20s, you know. Maybe I'll learn I need to go smaller. And if you don't want to tie them, buy them. Like, go to your local fly shop. Like, Blue Herring, man, if you live in our area, go to Blue Herring. Blue Herring gets their flies from local Tyers, Orvis. They get them from all over, and you can each little colors in there, and it tells you exactly that this one's from Orvis, this one's from whatchamacallit, and you can ask them, and they'll tell you. And you can support local Tyers that, you know, help them support them. Do that. And, you know, if I wanted to go to 28s, okay, I'll go buy a size 28. I'm not going to tie a size 28. I'll fish a mother minnow. I'm not going to tie a mother minnow. One thing I want to get into is, excuse me, is I got a weight 6 or a weight, I do have a weight 8. I think I'm going to use the weight 8. Is get weight 8 line so I could cast the big mice patterns late at night. I heard of Deadly. I want to try that, but I'm not gonna tie a mice pattern, you know. I wouldn't even want to do it if I could, you know. It's just too time consuming. Buy them for $2 or $3 sounds like so much better of an idea to me. Yeah, Dave says some people make it look so easy. Yeah. Dave says I have trouble with deer hair too. Hey Neil, tiny bugs catch big. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Do you see that last fish I caught? That was a size 18. Or no, that was a size, yeah, size 18. A little teeny bug bringing that big trout in. Oh, man. I could believe the hook didn't straighten. Because Tracy caught that one in the beginning of last year. It was before fishing season hit Pennsylvania. We go to the special regulation area, and she hooked into one that was put into the select areas up at Loyalsock. Straightened a hook out, size 12. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You think a fish would have snapped the 8 now, whatever. No, because she had 3X on. I think that is 10.5 pounds. But I never seen a fish do that before. Now it could have been a crappy hook too, which makes me really mad because I would love to see that fish. I mean, it was freaking running. It was like a salmon. I was like, babe, we're not supposed to catch the salmon. It's supposed to be trout. But it ran like a salmon. You see these guys fishing Erie salmon? That's what it looked like. Just zzz, and, you know, it was wild. And some people do tying size 26s, 20s. You know, I want to try and tie a size 20 Parachute Adams. And if I manage to do it, I might have to show you guys a video on it. One thing is I bent my vise last year. I don't know when I did it. I don't know how I did it. I don't know. But I bent it so it won't take the small hooks anymore. So I need a new vise. And I just really love the vise I have. So I'm just going to probably buy another one of them. Because I wouldn't want to take the risk of buying another 360. And it just is not. I like my vise. So I was thinking about trying size 22s. Size 20 wasn't all that hard. I mean, it was fairly easy. I think I could step it down to a size 22, maybe even a 24, and still tie. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it. Like I said, the vise I have now is a $12 Thompson Model A or whatever the vise everybody starts with is that I'm using now, and it's the only one here. I'll show you. It's the only one that fits in this base because my old vise did not have a base pedestal, so it's the only one that fits in this really cool trout base that I did. I used to do an old commercial on this. You could probably still buy them from him. This is a real stone base, and the only vise that fits in there is this cheap model Thompson A, and that's what I've been tying on. It's what I learned on. I think it'd be cool if I could tie most of my flies in 2019 on that vise, because that will teach young tyers that they don't have to have a 360 really expensive vise to tie killer flies that catch big fish. And if I tie all my flies on that this year, I mean, I might buy one so I can tie these smaller ones next year, but I don't know. I might not. I might just use that. Actually, the vise I use in these videos lately is a really old vise. I don't know where I got it. I think it came free in a box or something I got. And it actually has a screw knob, and it screws the hook in. There's no lever to leech it in or anything like that. It actually just has a screw. That vise works really well tying them size 20s. I mean, better than even that one did. And that's probably, you never find a vise like that. That was probably made in the 1970s when they first came out with vices. It's old. I got a whole bunch of old equipment. I got old reels. And so we have definitely been going on for an hour and a half. This is a long live stream. You know, I love talking to you guys, though. I mean, I love your guys' response. Dave says he loves Parachute and Adams. Parachute Adams is a fly that if you guys are tying for this year, if you can, tie that size into size 20 all the way up to size 12. They will take the Parachute Adams for so many flies. And a lot of times them fish, especially when the hatches are coming off and that sun starts going down, I really believe they start hitting profiles and not colors. So, UV glue. Yeah, well, my way of tying Adams, Parachute Adams, or an Adams is using super glue, which is probably the same way they do it. You don't use a whip finisher. As you'll see, you don't have to just stick around for my fly tying videos. That's the only way I can explain this to you. Is you got to stick around, watch my videos, and when I tie the Parachute Adamses, I don't use a whip finisher. I use waterproof super glue, and that helps me tie it so I don't have to use a whip finisher. You finish it on the pedestal, on your piece of whatever you use to tie up. I use synthetic floating now materials. Don't use calf hair anymore. That's just bulky, and I just don't see a purpose for it anymore. Yeah, see, if you go back and watch my one of my last parachute videos, I actually show you how to use super glue. You just finish on the pedestal using super glue, and you'd have to. It's easier for me to show you in an old, or tell you what video, go back and watch. But just go back to one of the last parachute videos I did, and you can see how I use waterproof super glue. And it's way, I don't even use whip finisher on my parachutes anymore forever, because I fished them and they lasted all year. It did come apart, so I was like, Tom Fisher said, suggestions for tying: Fran Vetter's Ossable Wolof, and that's the one with the wrap over deer hair, right? That's the they do like a red or yellow underbody, wrap the deer hair over. It's kind of like a humpy, I think, an Ossable Bomber. Yes, great tractor patterns for tandem and works corks and works well on our streams. My favorite ones for the tandems as the droppers is the Royal Wolof, and I've caught a lot of fish on the Royal Wolof and no bugs on the water. I don't know if they just look like a terrestrial that might have fallen in, early spring terrestrials, but they really hit them a lot. White Wolof in the late summer, they hit them a lot for dries. I don't know why. No, that's the haystack, not the Wolof. Ossable haystack. Oh. Alright, Jeff, we take it easy. And I noticed they hit them a lot as dries, and I just think it comes from a lot of the stockies. I mean, you know, it's very hard to go to anywhere in Pennsylvania that don't have stockies, whether they get washed down creek into that creek or they wash up creek, but to find a place where they don't have any stockies around the beginning of spring is hard to do. And so I think a lot of them that's why they hit the dry. It's just because they're stockies and they're dumb. Do we have green drakes in our area? David asked me. We have legendary green drake hatches in my area. We get people from all over the world. I have a emerger pattern for a caddis emerger that came from New Zealand. The guy was like, hey man, I'm from New Zealand, here, try this. Took it out, and it's amazing. I'll have to teach you that one again. I don't think it's been a long time. I call it the New Zealand emerger. I'll have to clarify why it's called that. But it came from New Zealand. I tried it, and it's deadly caddis emerger pattern. Extended bodies, I do tie. I have a video on tying extended bodies. The only thing I don't like about extended bodies is that it spins the tippet and kind of twists the tippet. I don't know how to get away from that. If you guys have any tips of how to keep them from, and I used big wings on them too. Maybe I just need to go with a lighter wing, and that'll keep it from happening. But yeah, I do deer hair extended bodies, and then what I'll do is I'll buy deer hair. I got cream deer hair that represents the green drake, so I could do a green drake extended bodies deer hair, and then in the middle of the deer hair I'll run a tail material out past the deer hair, and when I clip the deer hair off, the tail will stick out. And a lot of times, like if you do like a whitish belly fly and then put brown turkey biots, real long turkey biots off the back, it looks like a early season slate drake. And then you just don't cut the turkey tail off, and it'll make your tail brown, and you can use it on the top of the back. And then the top of the back of the fly is a different color from the belly, just like the real fly. And we use them fake wings, man. They really look deadly. But like I said, I had a lot of problem twisting the leaders I was using, and I actually had one in my box last year And during the snake drake hatch, I cut the body off and just had the wings. And I don't know if you guys watch an old video about that. I was really proud to bring that video because everybody gives me a hard time. Like, your legs are too long, your body's too long, your wings are too long. And I tied it with basically a hook and wings, and that's all that was on it. And they were taking that for an emerger. So it was just kind of nice to, you know, to prove that you don't have to have the wings the right. I mean, that's just bull malarkey to think that you have to have the wings a certain length and that the fish is going to pull out their micrometer and measure the fly. So, okay. Yes, you're going to have to, Dave, to go back into my old videos and dig. I have a video where I literally cut the suspended body off of a fly on the water, took the body, stuck it in my pocket, and fished just almost a bare hook and wings, and then caught a lot of video fish. So, yes, I'm pretty sure I put that video out because I was really happy to put it out. If you don't find it, let me know. I wonder if I ever... I'm pretty sure I put that material out. So, here we go. We're losing our daylight. We've been at this for an hour and a half, so we are going to end the stream. Thank you for being here, all you guys. We almost set a record with 11. Let's set a record. Let's go for 20 next Sunday at 2. And don't watch for that video on Thursday. Might be able to put one out Tuesday, so check in on the channel on Tuesday. And if you don't want to wait till our next video, go check out the tying section. All you have to do is look down through our playlist. They're down in order. You can check out our old videos. Make sure you do. Keep your lines wet out of trees and only give them fish a soul.